Don't know if these two have played before. Has anyone seen these two play? Okay, it looks like they have not played in the past. This should be an interesting one. And I've just realized my game sound is super quiet. Let me just turn that up for you guys. There we go. So best of 5 as usual. Joreuz versus Rw9. Smash it, Thomas. Thanks for 44 month tier 1. How you doing, man? Sharpie92, thanks to the 6 month tier 1. Welcome back to you as well. Oh, that's a decent start for Joreuz, who's going by the name of Jay right now. Rw9, one of the shortest names in the upper echelons of the one scene. Joreuz has one-upped him in that regard today. Jamie ZRL, thanks to the 2 month tier 1. Also 15 month prime from Ray X17. Welcome back. Joreuz already up by 2 goals. Look at this. He's got the clip and now just the open net across the pitch. Rw9 overextending for a boost in the back corner. I might as well mention it now because I feel like we're probably going to get a ton of comments about it throughout the stream. The RLCS 2022-23 new season announcement just dropped. I see most of the well, it's pretty much the same as last season, but the only 2 big changes that I'm aware of is Apex merging. That's kind of cool. The 3 regional format is becoming like full invitational, half invitational, and then no invitations, half invitations, and then full invitations respectively for regionals 1, 2, and 3, which is I think that's pretty cool. And the formats are pretty much identical. The only difference being the winter is going to be groups into single elimination instead of groups into double elimination. So yeah, that's I think an improvement of the winter format personally. The other formats were fine. But yeah, that's all the changes. Not as many changes as people expected. No major spot for Sub-Saharan Africa. No additional major spot for Middle East. No additional major spots for anyone. It's just the same exact as last season. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think that's bad personally. I think there should be more. Well, I think Sub-Saharan Africa should get a spot, but most likely, I'm not involved in that decision-making process. But most likely, the reason that has happened is because it was not possible, not because Psyonix are thinking, you know what, let's just make life really hard for the Sub-Saharan African players on purpose. Is probably not intentional. But yeah, MENA 1 spot's pretty brutal. You know, a lot of people are probably a lot of people are talking right now about how NA's looking pretty stacked with all the with all the incoming roster moves, and EU's looking pretty stacked with all the incoming roster moves. And I've seen a bunch of people saying, well, if EU and NA don't get additional major spots for all of their new teams, then why should MENA get one for their new teams as well? With Rw9, who's on your screen right now, his new team just recently got announced. He's going to be playing with Colliers and Naupo next season. There's also a few others. Senzo's got an updated roster. There's going to be other big roster moves in MENA as well. But you know, my response to anyone saying that, well, you know, NA and EU are the most stacked, therefore they should get more, is that, well, they've already got quite a lot. And I think that for the growth of international Rocket League and to keep the world championships and international majors as international as possible, I think it's important to have more than one spot for regions like Middle East, South America, and OCE, because one is just too brutal. It's not enough. So I don't agree with it personally. You know, some people have been saying it's not possible to do a 16 or to do, you know, a bigger format, that 16 is just the only number that works for formats. That is incorrect. There are tons of formats you could do with 18 teams, 20 temes. There's the whole myriad of formats you can use. So that's not the reason. I can guarantee you. But yeah, overall, exciting stuff. I'm glad that they're keeping the big circuit system. That's going to be really cool. It's starting really soon as well. So that's going to be great. Oh, what goal, man. Rw9 is just completely bulldozing Joreuz after Joreuz' quick start here. Not giving me much time to I was hoping I could get through the new season announcement and then have it like close game, but Rw9 is not interested in keeping this one close. Final thing to say is it's coming. It's starting soon. That's awesome. But yeah, rip Sub-Saharan Africa and Middle East, I guess. sucks to be from those regions. You're gonna have really cutthroat seasons once again. Exotom43, thanks to the 15-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. The worst vibes, thanks to the brand new Prime. Hopefully your vibes are better. You're going to get better, mate. Monkey69, thanks to the 8-month Prime as well. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. For game 1, we've just been watching this in the background while I got all my thoughts just done and dusted. So if anybody's got any questions about that, just direct them to the start of this VOD so that they can have them answered. I'm not gonna talk about it over and over again because no doubt we're gonna get comments all the way through this stream about the new season announcement. I just wanted to get all of my thoughts quickly, and you guys can direct any new questions to the start of the VOD. Tell new viewers that I've already talked about it. It's a lovely goal by Joreuz. He's got a long way back here, but still plenty of time to do it. He's got a kickoff win as well. Rw9 deciding that he doesn't want to go for the back corner boost that time. That's how he conceded the second goal of the game. A bit of a mistake there from Joreuz. He's quick up in the air to save the shot from Rw9, but he really should have had control of the situation. Rw9 fakes a shot, decided not to go for that one as Joreuz was retreating into a position which would have been quite easy to defend from. Rw9 full control here. Boost is his to play with. Pre-flip interception from Joreuz and a little trip as well. That's well played. But what more can he do? Rw9 defense active as ever, impressive as ever. Shuts him down once again. 4-goal gap opens up. Heck dude, thanks to the 2-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Says RLCS kickoffs are a travesty. I can't wait for the day that we can choose which side we spawn on after demos. Also, RLCS should bring back large and non-standard maps like Throwback Stadium, but with boost on the ceiling. Well, that's a lot of ideas at once there, mate. I think bringing Throwback Stadium into RLCS would be a mistake in my opinion. And putting boost on the ceiling, although interesting, I don't think would be a good idea either. I kind of like leaving it where it is. I like the idea of making the map just a little bit bigger, just a bigger rectangle. For me, that would be, I think, a good idea. Or at least something worth experimenting with. Not quite as big as the Lethammer map that we already tried. That was a bit too big. And there was too much boost, actually. See, the thing about boost that people don't understand is that when there's too much boost, the game is not more interesting. You know, you think when somebody presents the idea to you, saying, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if there was just big boost pads everywhere? Imagine if every small boost pad in the pitch was actually a big boost pad." Now, any Rocket League player, when you first think of that idea, you think, "Hey, that sounds great. I hate being out of boost. I despise being on zero boost. If all the boost pads are big ones, I'm going to have boosts all the time. That sounds fantastic." So you've got to, you know, go past that initial reaction, though, and realize that actually, when everybody's got 100 boosts all the time, the game is just really ball chasey, and everybody's just supersonic all the time, and there's no skill in it. You're just holding boost. You know, there's a lot of skill in being able to maintain your momentum and manage your boost, and if there's boost everywhere, that skill is removed from the game, so you're actually making the game easier to play, which is not, in my opinion, very interesting. So I think having more boost is a bad idea. I think if the pitch was a little bit bigger, maybe make just a tiny bit more boost to fill up the bigger pitch, but not a whole lot. I really think that limiting the boost is a good way to make Rocket League a skill-based game instead of just everybody holding boost and laughing straight to the bank. So, yeah, I've done unlimited boost 1v1 casting in the past many times. It's not that interesting. It's not really that high scoring either, because everybody's just got boost all the time to save everything. I think boost starving is a very interesting aspect of the game. Some people might think it's cringe, but that's because they don't understand that, in fact, they would not enjoy Rocket League if boost was easier to come by. Go try it. Go play with your mates. You'll see. Just get a little lobby together. Lovely delayed flick there by Rw9. Placement really left Joreuz stranded in the center of the goal. He's quick off the mark with the kickoff as well, but so is Joreuz with the recovery. Oh, a bit casual there from Joreuz, though. That was pedestrian. Could have flipped into the ball and left no danger in the position, but I think he expected Rw9 to just turn away. Yeah, he didn't, in fact, dodge into the ball there. Even if you've just get one friend, if you don't have a squad to play with, just get your one friend and 1v1 each other with unlimited boost and see how many goals there are, and then 1v1 each other with just regular boost, and more than likely the unlimited boost game will have less goals. It'll have less interesting back and forths, because everybody's just 100 boosts all the time. So there's no such thing as boost starving. That element of the game is removed. There's, you know, no such thing as managing your boost. You're just holding 100. Oh, you're just holding on to boost all the time. Recoveries are completely irrelevant because everybody's fast at them. You know, watching players like these, Rw9 and Joreuz, try to manage what they have got and recover as quickly as possible. It's one of the aspects of ones, and one of the aspects of Rocket League I enjoy watching the most. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate for Joreuz. He tried to trip up Rw9 in the landing, but Rw9 actually rolled right off the top of the car and took the boost away from him. Oh, that's placement. My goodness, Rw9 is just battering the top corner at the near post here. He flicked into this top corner earlier on in this game. And look at this for a power shot as well. Such great understanding of how to manage that position. You know, if Rw9 shoots at the top corner at the other side of the goal, there's a chance that he can score it. If it's a perfect shot, it's probably in, and I don't think there's anything Joreuz can do about it. But if it isn't a perfect shot, then, well, this one is. That's a good example of what could have happened. But if it isn't a perfect shot, if he just gets it a bit too close to Joreuz, then Joreuz is going to save it and naturally have a counter-attack. So Rw9 actually shooting top corner at the near post denies any chance of a counter-attack happening. And now he's forcing Joreuz to own goal. 5-0. This is getting ugly. Joreuz needs to start mixing up his kickoff a little bit here. He's getting crushed. He's not tried to go for too much variety, as he usually does. That's a bit better, though, for Joreuz. He should be able to get back and save this one. Indeed, he does. Rw9 commits for the bump and misses. And Joreuz will open the scoring for him with an open net. Is Joreuz still streaming? I think he is, right? I saw that he was streaming earlier on. I think he probably stayed live, as his title was Showmatch at this time. Melon Farmer RL, thanks to 20-month Prime. He says, what is your dream locations for RLCS majors this season? I would personally, my favorite place for an RLCS LAN would be in Australia, because they've been in RLCS since Season 3, and the Aussies are really, really great people. They get along really well with the Brits, so yeah, we would definitely have a lot of fun over there. Oh, what a save. That's a brilliant exchange by both players. Joreuz did well. Rw9 equaled him. Still Joreuz with an edge in the position. Trying to get his fingers warmed up for a big mechanical play, but he decides to go for the dribble instead of the aerial. That is surprising. I very much expected to see Joreuz ascend close to ceiling height there. Now that's where he is at this very moment, but if he was setting up a ground pinch, the ball got away from him just a bit too much. Nice rebound there by Joreuz off his own back wall. Rw9 unlikely to attempt any shots from that kind of position with 4-goal lead already intact. He does like to play safe at all times, safely at all times, I should say. A sneaky challenge, that's not worked. Joreuz puts in a second. He's still in with a shot here. But just like last game, he has to be so clinical, he has to be so careful. And it all starts now. Kickoffs have not been going well for him. Another one goes wrong. He's gone big on the inside there, and Rw9, not for the first time this series, has just been a bit too strong on that side. Is it time for Joreuz to do something different? I would think so. Joreuz gets the ball in a very nice spot in the car there to launch a flick high. Rw9 once again quickly defends it and threatens a counter-attack. Joreuz lifts him into the back corner, though. That's key that he was able to get underneath Rw9's car. Otherwise the boost would have belonged to the Middle Eastern Pro. Now slow dribble for Joreuz. He does take off into the air. Reset is his. He's flicked it a bit too high, but that was not too far off. Joreuz definitely looking threatening as again he lifts the ball into the top of his car well, and Rw9 has overextended for a boost this time in the back corner. He underestimated Joreuz's control here. Not really respecting the Dutchman, maybe underestimating how much boost Joreuz had saved up. Joreuz does try and push the ball to the outside this time, but Rw9 is just so strong with the kickoff. It's not a big win for Rw9 this time. Joreuz was able to get a bit of pressure, and he might even be able to force this one through. Never mind, Rw9 quick with the recovery. Still a chance for Joreuz, but not a kind bounce for him. He's got a lot of work to do here. He couldn't really set up a potential bump in the back corner. Here comes Rw9. He's looking threatening. Little flip reset and a bit of side. Puts him up by 3 again. He is so confident in his mechanical ability. Whenever he puts Joreuz in an awkward position, he trusts himself to execute on the finishing touch as well. I don't think Joreuz has got the boost to get back here. Indeed he doesn't. He's used most of it to try and win the kickoff. I think he's maybe trying a bit too hard to win kickoffs here instead of just trying not to lose them. He's getting destroyed by Rw9 on these kickoffs. I think I'd love to see him change the timing of his arrival here instead of just going straight for the ball every time. You know, he's tried a couple of things this game. He's tried the number one thing I recommend that you try when you're losing kickoffs, and that's changing the direction you dodge in when you get to the ball. That's not worked. He's tried to just invest a little bit more boost on his approach to get there sooner, hit the ball harder. That hasn't worked either, so I think it's maybe time to go in the opposite direction for Joreuz. Maybe time to start faking kickoffs, maybe time to start delaying kickoffs, maybe time to start wave dash recovering off the ball, because every time he's dodging into it, he's coming off second best. There's plenty of options for him in game number 3. That's the key to evening out the current mishaps that he's had. Rw9 has been dominant. He's showing no mercy as well. Oh, maybe a little bit of mercy actually. Just as I said that, he does dribble an open net into his own back corner again. Joreuz with the straight drive challenge. Maybe trying to get inside his opponent's head before the start of game number 3. It's a keen save at the near post from Joreuz, but nothing really to write about after getting destroyed in game number 2. He's been soundly beaten twice in a row here. You know, it's very easy for me, as always, to talk about the potential changes Joreuz could be making to his kickoff strategy and his overall game plan, but it's much harder to do that when you're the player in the lobby, even for a player with as much experience as Joreuz has. Appreciate the support in the stream, guys. We've got another 1v1 coming up after this one. It's the All-England matchup, the All-UK matchup of apparently Jack versus Toxic. Jack coming back from Bali. He was in Bali with a squad of, I think they were all English Rocket League pros apart from Virtuoso, who's from Ireland. They went to Bali for actually quite a while, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure the entire time that they were there for, but it was a good while. So Jack's calling himself washed right now. We'll have to wait and see how accurate that is. Joreuz is up by 1. Nice early move after seeing Rw9 commit for the challenge. I don't hate that from Rw9, so you know, it might look a little bit silly to just lunge in there, but Joreuz had a big angle in the dribble, so you can't cover everything, even with goalkeeping like Rw9. Joreuz with a rare kick-off possession play. Lets it bounce a couple times to settle the ball down. Tries to lift it into the top corner at the far post. Has not worked, and he put himself in the line of fire while trying to keep the ball alive in offense. Rw9 with the ball carry left on the ball cam there just to see where Joreuz is coming from. Did not impact the effectiveness of his flick whatsoever. He completely smoked that from inside his own half into the top corner. And Joreuz tries to scoop in a kickoff goal. Rw9 is there with composure to lift it off his own goal line and start an attack of his own. Joreuz must have thought that that was going to be a goal there. Brief mistake here from Rw9. He's correctly identified that Joreuz is boost starved though, and eventually that will result in a goal for him. He didn't mean to let the ball roll off the front end of his car there. Luckily for Rw9, he was able to adjust and play for the low 50-50. Actually, it was more of a high 50-50, I guess. Dunk on Joreuz and put him in an awkward position with not a lot of boost to play with. Once again, the 50-50 mix of Rw9 causing Joreuz some trouble. That's not something that Joreuz usually struggles with in 1v1 matchups. Rw9 is so quick to the punch. He's a constant threat, and Joreuz is having a hard time covered in all angles. Rw9 covers that one as Joreuz tries to flip reset into the roof of the net. It's a nice little recovery there from Rw9. He realized he had a reset from landing on top of Joreuz's car. Quick brake check has Joreuz driving right by him, and an open net for Rw9 will put him up 3-1. Joreuz played for the demo, and he did not get it. That little tap of the brake from Rw9 is all it took for Joreuz's attempted bump to turn into a self-bump of sorts. And now we're into Joreuz's offensive corner again. He's played for the mid-boost. That's a nice line of play there from Joreuz. I think he surprised Rw9 with that one. Rw9 looking around to see where Joreuz was defending from. Joreuz is coming from the other side of the ball. Rw9 flips away, fakes a challenge on the turn. Joreuz reacts to it by lifting the ball into the air. Rw9 reacts to that by dispossessing him and walking it into the open net once again. Well, Joreuz is not finding the right answers here for Rw9 challenges. Rw9 known for his shadowing, known for his goalkeeping. But today he's been slotting challenges early and often to keep Joreuz guessing, to keep pressure on the Dutchman. Joreuz likewise starts his authority and controls the ball well after crushing the ball into the back corner. That was a bit of a gamble there from Rw9 not to go fully behind the ball there. Tried to go for the full-on mind game instead of more of a mind game with a 50-50 behind it. Joreuz maybe thought about forcing an own goal there. Rw9 turned away, denied him the opportunity. Always got to be careful after stealing your opponent's boost like that, not to just flip into the ball, because you can own goal should it go all wrong. Now, how's Joreuz feeling about his aerial play? Not really got an opportunity as the ball doesn't sit up nicely, but he turns well. And that is a perfect flick. He's been moving the ball well off the ground whenever Rw9 challenges early. And if Joreuz can keep doing that, then he will have at least one avenue of attack that continues to work out well. Wave dash recovery. Smart move there from Joreuz. After all of the failed kickoffs in the last 2 games. Good idea that he's integrated that one into his play. Delayed fake challenge from Joreuz. Rw9 absolutely steamrolls a flick into the top shelf. And he did not have a lot of momentum in the setup for this one, but he didn't need it either. So impressive to have a release that early with the traditional setup. It's not the Moxie style where he's flipping backwards into the ball. He's just doing that the old-fashioned way. Joreuz tries to catch Rw9 off position. Oh, he has actually got him off his line here. Yeah, after bumping Rw9 into the side boost, Joreuz probably thought, well, he's going to have possession. I might as well at least make it difficult for him, but little did he know he's about to get a goal. It's only trailing by 1. This is his best game yet. But once again, his attempt to fight for the mid boost has just resulted in his opponent getting it for free. Joreuz getting a little bit tilted in the text chat, if I was to guess. A quick chat, I should say. Kickoffs have not been going well for him, but I'm so confused of why we haven't seen more fake kickoffs from him. He's the guy that I usually use as an example of somebody to go watch if you want to see fake kickoffs in a 1v1. Today he's been just battering the ball relentlessly. 2 games where he played pretty standard, and now he's started to go for wave dash recoveries, but no mix-ups other than that, and that I think is a mistake from Joreuz. Perfect save from Rw9. Just leaves the ball right next to the back wall. Nothing Joreuz can do. And once again, Rw9 manipulates a bump from Joreuz into his favour. Both players managing their boost as best they can. Rw9 stops Joreuz's attack on the goal line once again. He keeps control and slaps in a 7th. I mean, how Rw9 manages to just dispossess Joreuz in positions like these continues to amaze me. The fact that the ball's not 50-50ing off into some direction, it's just still in Rw9's control when all is said and done. Shows you what a monstrous defender he is. Has Joreuz got any other tricks up his sleeve today? We know that historically he has. There's one. Aerial shot to the top corner is good. He's still got plenty time. I've said that every game, but it's time that Joreuz has failed to use in every game as well. As another standard kickoff goes against him, Rw9 just trips him up, takes the boost, and puts it in his net. Joreuz, where are the half-flip kickoffs? Where are the delayed kickoffs? Where are the fake kickoffs? They're nowhere to be seen. I really have to question his strategy to just keep on going back to something that has not worked consistently in any of these games that we've watched today. Well, finally he's made one work, but it's not a big win by any stretch of the imagination. Rw9 in fact beats him to the punch. Joreuz will have the back corner boost, and he might have a counter here, but look at the speed of Rw9. This takes the ball away from Joreuz once again, and keeps his car well away from any potential demos. Joreuz needs a goal, and he needs one now. He just slaps in a wall shot. That's a nice open net from Joreuz, but with 30 seconds left, he better bring out his best kickoff plan that he's had all day. What's it going to be? Well, he's not in the diagonal spawn, so his options are a little bit more limited. It will be the wave dash. That gives him a chance to fight for any possession play that Rw9 goes for. That's brave from Joreuz. A smart move, though. He's correctly identified that Rw9 will not challenge with a 2-goal lead inside the closing 20 seconds. But will it matter? Rw9 is just too good. He is just too consistent. And it's been his day. Joreuz calls GG's. He knows Now with that demo, the game was over. Learn me your kickoff, he says. Rw9 just says GG's XD. Joreuz can't do anything. Well, Joreuz, I think you could do something, mate. I'm going to be the first to say I think that you've shown more variety than this on other days, and I think that most of you guys watching right now are probably people who have seen plenty Joreuz games in the past and Joreuz series in the past, and I think you'll agree with me that he's one of the players who's very sneaky with his kickoff.